Good morning, my friends. This is Deepak, and I'm actually going off for the day to a retreat. But I thought I'd share some ideas with you before I start. And today I thought I'd revisit how we construct the experience of everyday reality. Of course, I've spoken about this in the past, and forgive me for some redundancy. On the other hand, saying the same thing in different ways and looking at the same thing from different perspectives expands our awareness of possibilities and creativity. So I don't mind repeating myself as long as you don't mind listening to some of this repetition. And today I wanted to talk about how we construct everyday reality. I know I've done that in the past, but I want to revisit it so that we can actually expand on the notion of how we construct everyday reality and learn to be more creative about the construction of our experience of everyday reality. So if you like this idea, please just let me know. You can press the like button. You can also invite other people to share in this conversation. You can give me your feedback. You can criticize and even condemn. There are a lot of people who do that. There's a website called Wisdom of Chopra that marks my Twitter handle and marks my quotes, and that's good. Criticism and even condemnation can expand the conversation and can be very good feedback. So if you want, check out that website, Wisdom of Chopra, which is a fake website, and compare some of the quotes that you get from me and some of the quotes over there. But it's all good. It's all grist for the mill and the expansion of awareness and creativity. Okay, so today I want to talk about wisps of memory, threads of desire, and the construction of everyday reality. And I think I'm ready to start now, since we have almost 600 people online engaging in this conversation. We'll get to 1,000, which is our benchmark for starting a conversation in 1 or 2 minutes. In the meanwhile, as I said, give me your feedback and would you like to continue with this conversation? Okay, so here we go. Close your eyes and think the word camel. Close your eyes and think the word camel. And you immediately see a picture. There's no picture in your brain, but remember, you see a picture of this animal that, strictly speaking, shouldn't look like it does. But you see a camel somewhere in consciousness. You see an image. Okay, so the word camel evoked a memory and also created an image. And there may be associations, your last visit to a desert, who you met, how you felt, etc. All entangled. Qualia. Qualia means quality of awareness. Okay, so I just asked you to think of the word camel and you had an experience. The word embodied the entire experience, the image, the word, the thought, the sensation, the context, the meaning was all contained in that word camel. Think the word giraffe, same thing happens. Think the word hippopotamus, same thing happens. Think the word Milky Way galaxy, same thing happens. Think the word mother, same thing happens. Think any word and you will see that it evokes an image, brings back a memory, gives meaning and context to that experience, and ultimately is part of your reality. Ultimately is part of your reality. So now, here's the mystery. You cannot imagine something that you have never experienced. You can only imagine that which you have experienced, that which you have given meaning to, and that which you have interpreted in the past, and then various combinations of that. So you can imagine literally variations of memory, variations of ghosts of memory. So, if you ask neuroscientists where do memories exist at the cellular level, that's again the hard problem of consciousness. We cannot explain it. So if I asked you to imagine a giraffe, and suddenly you had the experience of the image, and you saw the African landscape, you saw people, you perhaps remembered a movie or remembered your past visit, all you needed is the word, and the word became the experience. In a way, that's what we say, the word becomes the flesh. Humans give meaning to experience, create constructs, embed themselves in the constructs, and that is how we construct reality. Okay. You cannot imagine a color that you have never experienced, even though we now know that other species, birds and bees experiences colors that we can't even imagine. Okay, or experience bandwidths of electromagnetic activity as experience that we can't imagine. Okay, so what we can imagine is a reconstruction of memories. Okay. These memories do not exist as cellular, chemical, or electrochemical activity. They only correspond to electrochemical activity when you evoke the memory. Where is the memory before you evoke it? And the answer is, it exists as potential memory and entangled memories and entangled experiences in consciousness, not in your brain. Okay, your brain is a modified version of your conditioned mind. So when people say, does the mind drive the brain? Is the brain what the mind does, or is the mind what the brain does? And the answer is, it's neither. It's what you do. Okay, what you do in consciousness becomes the activity of the mind and the brain. Subjectively, the mind in the form of sensations, images, feelings, thoughts, ideas, creative imagination, all of that. And that's a mental experience, but also there's a corresponding perceptual activity called neural correlates of consciousness. But neural correlates of consciousness are also an experience in consciousness. So is the brain what the mind does, and is the mind what the brain does? It's neither. It's what you do, you as self. So the self conceives means has an idea or a thought, imagines, that means has an image, conceives, imagines, constructs. And how does it construct? Through meaning. Through meaning. So this is a hand, and this is a book. Actually, they are both visual experiences in the form of shapes and colors and forms that have no inherent meaning. The meaning book is imparted by you. The meaning hand is imparted by you. The meaning nose is imparted by you. The meaning imbued in the perceptual activity of consciousness the meaning imbued, which is a construct by human beings, creates everything that we call the universe. From the Milky Way galaxy, to your own body, to these spectacles, to that painting in the back, it is the entanglement of meaning. So consciousness conceives, imagines, constructs through meaning, gives meaning to a qualia. Qualia means a quality of experience. The quality of experience by itself has no meaning. If I asked you, what's the meaning of the color red? Nothing. Okay. But it could be a shirt, it could be a painting, and depending on how it's entangled with meaning, we create that. We conceive, we imagine, we construct through meaning, imparting meaning to qualia. We govern, which means we orchestrate the entanglement of qualia, and then we become that which we have conceived, including the body, the mind, these glasses, etc. Everything that you see is filtered through ghosts of memory. And these ghosts of memory have their presence now, because by the time you hear my words, they don't exist. They're a memory. By the time you see me, what you saw perceptually as a snapshot is over. You see me, look elsewhere, see me again, you have recreated me. So every snapshot of experience is a dismemberment, a deconstruction, and a remembering. We remember that which was dismembered. And this is how we create the experience of everyday reality. There is the presence of the past in every experience now. Okay, and now itself is not a moment in time. As soon as now becomes an experience, then the past is present in what we call the now experience. Ghosts of memory. You're looking right now at a ghost of memory. You're listening right now to a ghost of memory. Okay. Everything that you experience out there is filtered through these ghosts of memory, which leads to threads of desire, which lead to imagination, which leads to what I already said: conceive, imagine, construct, give meaning, project as experience, interpret that experience, and recycle that experience. And so this is, again, in the spiritual traditions, this is the web of karma. Karma is past experience, presenting itself as present perceptual activity, influencing the conditioned mind and recycling the conditioned mind as the conditioned brain. The brain is the physical perception, or what we call a perceptual experience of the mind. The brain is what the mind looks like to an outside observer, or to you if you look at your own brain on a CAT scan or something like that. Okay, so now we have a clue: threads of memory, wisps of desire, conceive, construct, govern, imagine, and become. Body, mind, and universe as a unified experience. Now here's the key. Here's the key. You recycle the past, but you also dismember part of it, and then you remember part of it. You imbue it with meaning. Now if you can do this consciously, then you become a conscious creator instead of a biological robot. So you consciously, with mindful awareness, immerse yourself in present moment experience. Ask yourself, what am I observing right now? What am I experiencing right now? How am I interpreting it? Is it just a ghost of memory, or can I use these threads of memory to construct experiences that never existed before? Can I imagine something that never existed before? Can I create anything that never existed before? before. If everything is made out of consciousness, including my own body, can I morph it into a new appearance? Can I reverse aging, for example, biological aging? These ideas never come to us unless we are willing to relinquish our notion of physical reality. There's no such thing. The physical reality you're in right now is a virtual reality. And actually right now, through virtual reality experiences, dreamscapes and VR and artificial intelligence, I am on the edge of exploring this with other scientists to create new virtual realities for ourselves, for our bodies, for our brains. You know, neuroplasticity is now well established. Everybody knows about epigenetics. The very fact of epigenetics and the very fact of neuroplasticity shows that the body, mind, and perceptual activity are all modified expressions of the metabolism of experience. And as we metabolize experience and reinterpret it, we actually construct physical reality, including the physical reality of our body. I hope this is making sense. Is it? Let me know. Because we are the original dream weavers. We weave dreams into perceptual reality. And as human consciousness, we are disruptive. We are disruptive. We don't take anything for granted. So question your everyday reality. Relinquish the known. Step into the unknown. The known is the prison of past conditioning. It's useful as an indicator of the past, but if you want to be a pioneer of the future, then recycle what needs to be recycled and conceive, construct, imagine, govern, and become that which you desire. Threads of memory, wisps of desire, woven into the web of existence as qualia entangled beings, is what creation is. And you can be a creator every moment, because you are a creator every moment. The entire universe is your construct. So thank you for joining me. Thank you, Ramanand Dixit. Thank you, Aurora Carlson. Thank you, Ma Amparo. Thank you, Johanna Gonzalez. Thank you, Cassandra. Thank you, Kelly. Until next time.